This looks like something from a science fiction film, a red dwarf sun hanging over an alien world. But this photo was taken on a July afternoon in Canada from Earth, looking straight at our own sun. Something had to be blocking almost all of the sun's usual color for it to look like this. And whatever it is, it's still up there in the sky around it. Wildfire smoke from the Pacific Northwest drifted over the Okanagan region of British Columbia on July 22nd, 2026, and it turned out to be a near-perfect natural solar filter. Tiny smoke particles don't block all light equally. They scatter and absorb the shorter blue and green wavelengths much more aggressively, so what punches through to your eyes and to the camera is mostly the long red end of the spectrum. The same thing happens at every sunset, just compressed into a few minutes. Here, the smoke was thick enough to hold that effect for hours. Now look closer at the face of the sun itself. Near the middle of that red disk, just slightly below center. See those tiny dark flecks? Those are sunspots, and they aren't small. The cluster you're looking at is called AR 4493, an active region that was evolving fast around the time this photo was taken. A single large sunspot can be wider than the entire Earth. They look dark only because they're cooler than the surrounding surface, around 3,500 degrees Celsius versus the sun's average of about 5,500. They're still blindingly bright on their own. The surrounding sun just outshines them. In the lower left of the frame, those glowing wisps of cloud are lit entirely by this filtered, reddened light. No direct blue sky anywhere. It's the same light you'd see from a planet orbiting a red dwarf star, a star type that makes up roughly 70% of all stars in the Milky Way. Billions of people have probably never stopped to think that our sun could look like one of those on the right smoky afternoon. And here's the thing. In about 6 billion years, it actually will. The sun will exhaust its hydrogen fuel and swell into a true red giant, its surface cooling and reddening for real. That's a long way off. But the smoke got us a preview. A wildfire turned our sky into a window onto a possible alien world, or a far future one. The smoke did something no telescope filter quite does. It made the sun feel unfamiliar, approachable, almost quiet, which makes you wonder, if you lived on a planet where the sun always looked like this, would it feel dangerous, or would it just feel like home? We'll be back tomorrow with whatever the selector finds next. Subscribe so you don't have to remember to check.